Hey, this is Eve of BitcoinKindergarten.com and also the author of this amazing book, Crypto Assets and DeFi Tracker. We can track all of your crypto assets if you go crazy and end up with a whole bunch of them. And you don't want to lose track of your crypto assets. I have many friends who are like, yeah, I bought some Bitcoin years ago. They don't know what exchange it's on. They don't know the password. And many people have lost actually millions of dollars in this same way. So if you're new and you have not yet done this, hit the subscribe, the bell button, and all. That way you can get notifications of when I'm going to come on live, and you can come ask me any questions you want. Y me puedes preguntar también en español, no hay problema. And en francés, plus ou moins. And so also hit the likes and put some comments. So you can feel free to ask any question you want. I was just going to pop on for a second and explain the biggest issue that I think almost everyone has, the biggest misconception is that you need a lot of money to buy Bitcoin or you need to make a big investment. So even though Bitcoin cost $48,000 the last time I checked, for one, almost nobody can buy one Bitcoin anymore. That is really quite out of reach for most people. And but what you can do is you can buy any amount. You can buy $20 worth, 100, 1,000, $1. On CashApp, my video yesterday was how you can buy $1 on CashApp. I do believe on Coinbase you have to pay at least, you have to buy at least $15 or $20. And CashApp has no fee. Coinbase has a small fee. If you get on Twitter and Discord and you start like hanging around these crypto people, they're going to be like, oh, the fees are so high. And that's, yeah, the fees are so high if you're doing $10,000. So if you're doing several $1,000s, you want to do Coinbase Pro, which is harder to use. I don't even use it. I have friends that have $100,000 on Coinbase. Like, I don't know, it might cost you $10 or something. It's not, you're not going to notice it because the price of Bitcoin fluctuates so much, mostly up, but sometimes down, in a day that, $10 is really nothing. Okay, so that's pretty much what I wanted to say. I have a link there so you can get on Coinbase. I recommend it, even though like most advanced crypto people are not using Coinbase. They're using Binance, they're using different kind of what called DEXs, decentralized indexes, and a lot more tricky stuff, which I'm also on many other kinds of platforms, but this is kindergarten, so until I have somebody who asks me how to use these things, we'll just stick to the easiest. And I can walk you through it. Also, you can hire me for $55 a half an hour to walk you through anything, like the most patient, how to get on Coinbase, how to put an app on your phone. So I have a lot of friends that, and our parents, our grandparents, they need Bitcoin. Everybody needs Bitcoin right now. It is the best performing asset of, I think, all times, basically. And it's just going straight up. And since Elon Musk came out that he put in $1.5 billion of Tesla money in crypto, the biggest, oldest bank, Mellon in New York City, is now dealing in crypto assets. So the price is just going to go up and up and up. You're still early. Yes, of course, we all would have liked to get Bitcoin for $1, or even $100 or even $1,000, but those days are gone. So, probably a year from now, people are going to be like, wow, you could get Bitcoin for $48,000 back then. So even myself, I made a few little purchase of Bitcoin this week because I feel like, so today's a holiday, and there was a little dip and it went back up, but I feel like as soon as everyone gets back to work, it's just going to go through the roof because basically people have lost faith in the United States dollar, which mostly it was only like finance people and very advanced kind of people who knew about economy and stuff like that before, who believed, that the dollar is devaluing due to the fact that there's no gold behind it. And they're just printing it like crazy, But this past year, they're printing it like insanely. So the value of Bitcoin does not decrease over time. It increases over time. That's one of the genius of the Bitcoin money. Don't forget to smash the likes. The Bitcoin money, there's only going to ever be 21 million ever printed. And because of that, and there's already been 17 million are already in circulation. So, and the last one will be put into circulation in 2040. So there's only a certain amount even left. If you Google like Bitcoin scarcity, you're going to see a lot of stuff. Bitcoin shortage, you're going to see hashtags. So there is a mad rush for Bitcoin, and it's only going to get more and more. So even if you can only get $1 today, will likely be worth, you know, $100. It could be even a year or 2 years or 5 years. You know, if you get $100, probably could be worth $10,000 down the line. We don't know the timelines, you know. But in 13 years, Bitcoin has gone from like 0.0005 cents for one to $48,000. And only in the past 3 months, it's gone from something like $18,000 to 48. So that is an insane increase. Some of us got a little depressed yesterday when the price dipped to 46. We're like, oh, 46, I'm losing my money, you know, but that is not true. It's just going up. The reason why you don't want it to go straight up, we have dips, you know, and we're in crypto, you know, you have to just stay calm and not sell and not get nervous. And when you see the price dipping, well, this is what I do, not financial advice, of course, but what I do when I see the price dipping is I just go do something else. And if it's a serious dip, I work really hard to make a bunch of money so I can buy the dip. But I don't know, the last dip I bought was like $5,700, and that was after the stock market crash a year ago or so. So the stock market crashed. Bitcoin also crashed, not quite as deeply as the market, though. It was a little bit more buoyant. So that's all I'm going to say today. Ask all your questions down below. The most important is to hit the subscribe, the bell button, and the all, and hit your notifications on YouTube. That way it will tell you when I'm going to come on, and you can come ask me any questions. Let me see if there's anything interesting I did. I personally believe that Bitcoin is going to go through the roof. Let me make a prediction, because generally my predictions are always right, just so you know, if you follow me long enough. I predicted it would go way up today, but I had forgotten it was a holiday. Although it's doing fine. All the coins had a dip, you know. I really predict tomorrow, you know, when everyone gets back to work, it's going to be a mad scramble. All the big companies, huge corporations, banks, Wall Street, hedge funds, need to move around some of their assets, and they need to put them in crypto, because that's what Elon Musk is doing. That's what some of the bigger, more visionary corporations did, like this called MicroStrategy. This guy, Michael Saylor, he was the first one to publicly put the company's assets in Bitcoin, and they got dropped by somebody. Somebody dropped them, some important person, a bank or something, you know. And then, but the money that they made this year is like, they outperformed all of the other businesses. Same happened to CashApp, which is owned by the Square company. When they decided to sell Bitcoin on the CashApp, I mean, their profits went through the roof, and most of their profits were from Bitcoin. So, you know, it's been a long time where everybody in the news and Warren Buffett is like, oh, Bitcoin, it's no good. What is it? It's nothing. It's just an electronic idea. You know, it's for money laundering. It's, you know, for criminals. You know, you're going to lose it. It's a bubble. Like all the things that people used to say, they're not saying that anymore. Those days are over. Oh, that's my Roomba. Anyway, I'm going to go. I just wanted to tell you that real quick. I know I say it over and over, but you can literally buy $20 worth of Bitcoin. You don't have to buy one. And you'll just have like 0.002 piece of Bitcoin. And because here's the biggest mistake that new people make. Let me turn this thing off. Is that, you know, so there's Bitcoin, you go on Coinbase and you see, oh, Bitcoin Cash is only like $400 or whatever it is now. I don't even look because I don't have any. So the price of Bitcoin Cash will be going up right now just because there's new people coming in. Usually it'll be flat the whole rest of the year, but only when new people are coming in. And myself, I did the same thing. When I first got Bitcoin, you're like, oh, okay, there's Bitcoin, it's $48,000. There's Bitcoin Cash, it's, you know, $600. You're like, well, I think I can afford Bitcoin Cash, because that's our mentality. It's like, well, this is the Bitcoin for the rich people, and this is Bitcoin for us, you know, middle class or poor people. So, but that's not how it works. So don't get Bitcoin Cash. Please do not get XRP. Even the guy who runs the company sold half of his XRP yesterday. So you're going to hear stuff from other people, but just don't listen to them. Listen to the most reputable people. And if you don't know who you're talking to, if they're reputable or not, find out. I'm not that reputable. I haven't been around that long, but I'm reputable with my friends. And I am known for honesty and directness. But don't get Bitcoin Cash. It is not a cheaper Bitcoin. And in fact, it's not Bitcoin at all. And it has nothing to do with cash. Like when I first went to get it, you're like, oh, it's great because then it's cash. And I understood cash. I didn't understand Bitcoin. So we buy Bitcoin Cash. Or you see Ethereum is also a great deal. Everybody should have some Ethereum next to their Bitcoin. I think Tesla's going to pump the next one. I said Chainlink 2 days ago that thing's pumped. I feel like Tesla is one of these like assets, just been very stable, been around for a long time, and just hasn't got any limelight. I think it's going to get some limelight. Not financial advice. So what's my point? Don't get Bitcoin Cash. Make sure you know it's a good coin before you get it. There's coins out there that don't really have a use in the world, such as Bitcoin Cash. Even if these Grayscale and some people are buying it, Litecoin, Stellar, XRP, a lot of these are in the top 10. They just buy them because they're in the top 10 and they're cheaper. Like they don't even really know. And they have been around for a long time. So the good news is they aren't going anywhere, except for XRP might be going away. You know, they do go down the line, but you'll see, you can look at CoinMarketCap or on Coinbase, whatever. They'll have the numbers of the rankings, like how big is the coin. Bitcoin's always by far and away the first. Ethereum is always by far and away the second. There's one called Tether, which is just USDT, United States. It's $1. So it's, you know, it's a coin that people in the industry use to change money around. But you don't need to buy any. You're not going to make any money on it. It's always going to be worth $1. Then there's like DOT, which is coming up the line. I don't think it's on Coinbase yet. AVE is on Coinbase. That one's going really high up. Chainlink, amazing. These are good coins that have a use in the world. Ethereum Classic, it's not even a good coin. I sold on mine when I heard they had these attacks. They had weaknesses in the program, but for some reason it's in the tops along with Bitcoin Cash. And they only start pumping like when there's a bull market, like right now. People are making a lot of money. I want you to make a lot of money. So just start, you know, that's for me, like that's my psychology is most people are so afraid of Bitcoin. Most people don't understand what it is. So you're still early. Most people still have not even watched a video like this. So just buy $1, $10, $100, $1,000, whatever to you is like some money that you don't need, that you're not going to get scared about. And then when you get on the Coinbase, you know, you just have to put your bank in, sign up with my code. I get $15, you get $5, and then you get some other free stuff. Always Google everything. If you've never heard of Coinbase, like Google it. Is it good? You know, because there's so many scams out there. So many. And I know people who were like, one of my friends yesterday, she's like, oh, I bought this stuff on Coin Mama. I was like, I mean, maybe Coin Mama is not a scam, but it's not something that we ever discuss in the crypto community. So it's not that desirable. It's like if you're like, oh, this most famous movie star like you know, Henrietta Jackson or something. And they're like, who's that? Nobody ever heard of her. You just happen to Google and she popped up at the top. Maybe she had paid for a really good website, you know? So you can't go by Googling, but you can Google, is Coinbase a good exchange? Of course, it's the best. Your money is insured. You're not going to lose it. You can't lose your money by losing your password, which can happen in other things. So if you're brand new, just go to Coinbase. It's the easiest and the safest and the most sure. Or just CashApp, which isn't quite as good of a price, but it's also very easy. Like take you 2 minutes to set it up. Same with Coinbase. You know, it's like a little kid can do it. They have big pictures, emojis, all that. So it's very good. Just get some, because, so what I'm saying is the price is going to expand. A lot of people are expecting Bitcoin to go to $300,000 this year. I mean, it's completely possible. And these are financial people. This isn't like, you know, me. I'm not really a financial person, but I have followed Bitcoin. So if it keeps going in the same way, that is how it goes, because it grows exponentially. So that's why if you get your $10 now, maybe a year from now, you're like, oh my God, look, you know, I bought $10. I forgot all about it. Now it's worth, you know, 100 or 1,000. We don't know. As soon as the math, my personal feeling is that, yeah, I think it could easily go to 300, because now these corporations are coming in and there are people that can buy billions of dollars worth. Before, up until now, there was only a few big players in the space. Now there's a lot of big players, and we are just tiny little players, or maybe you're a big player. You just like to learn in a simple language format that I provide. You know, that's why it's good. You just, even if you have a little. So I've read even recently that people who have 0.01 Bitcoin, that's like 1 penny in Bitcoin, you know, will be able to send their kids to college with that, you know. So even though 0.1, what's that worth now? It's like $1,000, I think. Yeah, try to get at least $1,000 for the Bitcoin. You know, put all of your extra money, you get a stimulus, put your stimulus there. The more the better. And not financial advice. But yeah. All right, I'm gonna go. I got stuff to do. Put your questions, send my channel to your friends. I'm trying to grow my channel. It's brand new, and I do feel like I'm that person that can be the link, you know, between the technological and financial world and the everyday world. Because I understood Bitcoin immediately when I got some. I understood it. I have studied in the Blockchain Academy, so I actually know how all the blockchain works. I love talking about it. I have experimented with all kinds of different ways of getting it and moving around. I did try day trading for a minute, but that's not for me. If you're a day trader, I don't know why people are in stocks. Like, the stocks are not volatile, and there's not huge amounts of money flowing in and out like there is in crypto. So if you're in the stock market, like, learn crypto. It's so much more money in it. Lots of these people are making a lot of money. Don't be left on the sidelines. Smash the likes, put a comment. Ciao.